Welcome to Facts TV News, where everything is true. William Knibb student fatally stabbed was D-Cup goalkeeper. The student fatally stabbed in an incident at William Knibb Memorial High School on Monday afternoon has been identified as 16-year-old Kamal Hall. Hall, who is from Hazen District, decent address in the parish, was the goalkeeper for the school's Costa Cup team. He was reportedly wounded by one of his schoolmates after the pair got into a fight over a ring. The alleged attacker is now in the custody of the Trelawney police. Elderly St. Anne woman missing. 67-year-old Olga Easton, a domestic helper of Retirement District Brownstown St. Anne, has been missing since Saturday, March 12. She is of dark complexion, slim build, about 5 feet tall. Reports from the Brownstown police are that about 4:30 p.m., Easton was last seen in her community. Her mode of dress at the time of her disappearance is not known. She has not been heard from since. Anyone knowing the whereabouts of Olga Easton is asked to contact the Brownstown police at 876-975-2233, Police 119 emergency number, or the nearest police station. Child out of surgery after St. James crash. One of 2 children injured in a crash on the Rose Hall Main Road in St. James on Sunday has successfully had surgery on her face, while the other, whose injuries were less severe, was treated at hospital and released. The children were among passengers traveling in a Toyota Noah bus, which reportedly overturned after hitting a median near the Barrytown intersection of the well-traveled road. Eyewitnesses reported that the young girl who had surgery had been sitting on the side on which the vehicle landed. The crash occurred about 7:05 p.m. 8 people, including the driver, were traveling in the bus that was heading from Falmouth in the direction of Montego Bay at the time of the crash. All adult passengers have also been released from hospital. Body found on Walton Park Road. The Hunts Bay police are investigating the circumstances surrounding the death of a man whose body was found on Walton Park Road in Kingston on Sunday, March 20. He has been identified as 20-year-old Matthew Nugent, unemployed, of Brotherton Avenue, Kingston 13. Reports from the police are that about 11:50 a.m., residents discovered the body and alerted them. On their arrival, the body was seen lying in an open lot with gunshot wounds. The scene was processed and the body removed for post-mortem. One more fatality from Hanover crash on Friday. A 34-year-old truck driver is the latest victim of the 2-vehicle crash on the Round Hill Main Road in Hanover last Friday, which claimed the life of a U.S. national. The Corporate Communications Unit (CCU) of the Jamaica Constabulary Force confirmed that Wayne Johnson of a Caymanas Country Club estate address in St. Catherine succumbed to his injuries on Monday morning. He had been driving an Isuzu motor truck when it collided with a car driven by a U.S. national that had veered out of control. It was previously reported that 44-year-old James Martinez from Georgia, USA, died from injuries he sustained in the collision. Reports from the Sandy Bay police are that about 6 p.m., Martinez was driving a Toyota Crowned motor car from Montego Bay, St. James. Upon reaching a section of the roadway, he allegedly lost control of the vehicle and collided with the Isuzu motor truck driven by Johnson that was traveling in the opposite direction. The police were alerted and all 3 occupants of the Toyota Crown were taken to hospital, where Martinez was pronounced dead. 2 female occupants of the car were admitted. Jamaica's Sean UK royal visit demands slavery reparations. Dozens of well-known leaders in Jamaica, including professors and politicians, are demanding an apology and slavery reparation of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge prepare for a trip to the former British colony. The group is rejecting the visit of Prince William and Kate scheduled for Tuesday, part of a larger trip to the Caribbean region that coincides with the 60th anniversary of Jamaica's independence and the 70th anniversary of the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II. We see no reason to celebrate 70 years of the ascension of your grandmother to the British throne because her leadership and that of her predecessors have perpetrated the greatest human rights tragedy in the history of humankind. read a letter published Sunday ahead of the couple's visit and signed by 100 Jamaican leaders. The week-long royal tour of Central America and the Caribbean that began on Saturday was taken at the heels of the Queen, who is William's grandmother. The trip aims to strengthen British ties with Commonwealth countries, but it's off to a rocky start and comes as some countries consider cutting ties to the monarchy, like the Eastern Caribbean island of Barbados did in November. Local opposition forced the royal couple to cancel a visit to a farm in Belize that was planned for Saturday, while the upcoming trip to Jamaica has angered some who say they are still waiting for an apology and slave reparations. Jamaica lawmaker Mike Henry, who has long led an effort to obtain reparations that they estimate at more than £7 billion, told the Associated Press in a phone interview that an apology is only the first step for what he describes as abuse of human life and labor. An apology really admits that there is some guilt, he said. Hundreds of thousands of African slaves toiled in Jamaica under more than 300 years of British rule and faced brutal conditions. There were numerous bloody rebellions, including renowned guerrilla war unleashed by formerly enslaved Africans known as Maroons that battered British forces. During their 2-day stay in Jamaica, Prince William and Kate are expected to celebrate Bob Marley's legacy, a move that also had riveted some Jamaicans. As a Rastafarian, Bob Marley embodied advocacy and is recognized globally for the principles of human rights, equality, reparations, and repatriations, stated the letter to those who are demanding an apology. The group said that it would be celebrating 16 years of freedom from Britain, and in that it is saddened that more progress has not been made given the burden of our colonial inheritance. We nonetheless celebrate the many achievements of great Jamaicans who reject negative, colonial self-concepts and who self-confidently succeeded against tremendous odds. We will also remember and celebrate our freedom fighters. Jamaicans must get permits to host entertainment events, Minister of Local Government insists. Minister of Local Government and Rural Development Desmond McKenzie is reminding Jamaicans that they must get the requisite approvals before staging entertainment events. In a release, McKenzie shared that a lot of parties are going to be held and there is a process. Before COVID, you could go to the municipal corporations and the police and put in your applications for your parties. That is still in place. The minister was addressing a community meeting in Gregory Park, St. Catherine on Thursday, March 18, when he urged promoters and partygoers to do what is right. I want to urge you, you were faithful during COVID, continue to be faithful in doing what is necessary, because if you don't, the police are going to shut down the parties, seize the equipment, and you know the consequences of that, he said, while indicating that all measures including mask wearing, hand washing and sanitization are still necessary to control the spread of the coronavirus. He said that despite the withdrawal of the Disaster Risk Management Act, DRMA, the virus still poses risk to the well-being of many people and they must act for their own safety. An SHP recipient gets new home on her birthday. Unity and Hope cremated the air as Claremont St. Anne residents cheered for the birthday girl, Andrea Riley, whose smile was revealed only by the sun, as Prime Minister Andrew Holness handed her the keys to her brand new home on Friday, March 18th. Riley's new home was constructed under the new Social Housing Program NSHP, which falls under the umbrella of the Broader Housing Opportunity, Production and Employment Hope Program, being spearheaded by the Minister of Economic Growth and Job Creation. It was constructed at a cost at $4.2 million and consists of 2 bedrooms, a kitchenette and bathroom, and a living room. A reserved but happy Riley noted that she was feeling blessed to be a new homeowner. She added that she was looking forward to enjoying the unit with her 11-year-old daughter, who she says is excited about her new home. Speaking at the event, Riley thanked the Prime Minister and expressed thanks to God that she could receive a house on her special day. I would also like to thank the team from the ministry. You guys are a blessing and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I will take care of this house the best I can, she stated. Riley also thanked everyone involved in the completion of the house, including the construction team from the Drayton Group of Companies. Construction manager Nigel Moore said the construction was a labor of love despite having the meticulous about the timing of dropping materials at the site due to challenges with the terrain. The main challenge was the terrain because once there was a drizzle in the night, we can't access. We ordered it building material and waited until about 10 a.m. in the morning to get the material up here because by 2 p.m. it would start to rain again, Moore said. Meanwhile, Member of Parliament for St. and South Eastern Lisa Hanna lauded the NSHP. Prime Minister, I want to thank you for the program. It is a good program, and it should be chartered that regardless of whoever comes into government, that this program is continued, she emphasized. She noted that when this program was conceptualized and we got the information, for us as a constituency working together, it was clear to us that our women needed to be helped. So the bulk of what we do in this particular program goes towards helping our single working class mothers who are finding it difficult, because if they have their own key and shelter, it means that you can break generational cycles of poverty if you give women a shelter over their head, Hannah stated. Members of Parliament across the island played an important part in the program as they identify and submit the names of individuals who are in dire need of proper housing to the HOPE program. So far, 3 social housing units have been approved for the St. and South Eastern constituency. In addition to Riley's unit, another house is 85% complete, while the foundation has been prepared for the 3rd unit. The NSHP, which was established in 2018 by Prime Minister Andrew Holness, was developed to improve the housing condition of the country's poor and disadvantaged population by providing quality, affordable and sustainable housing. UIC plans Unity Walk from downtown. COP says it is not permitted. Jamaica's 3rd political party, the United Independence Congress, has organized a walk set for downtown Kingston Tuesday morning. The Joseph Patterson-led party last year organized a march on Garden House that resulted in a confrontation with the police. The protesters took to the street for the planned march despite the police warning that the activity would have been in breach of the Disaster Risk Management Act (DRMA). Patterson was arrested in that march. But in a notice yesterday, Patterson asked others to join his party in its One Jamaica walk. I have 3 words for you this morning. They are unity, liberty, and health. Tomorrow, we walk for unity, liberty, and healthy society because we know the value of these 3 little words, Patterson said in the notice. The walk, scheduled for 9 a.m. at the Ward Theatre downtown, is aimed at uniting the nation. When quizzed as to whether the police gave permission for the walk, Patterson said the organizers have done the necessary preparation. But Superintendent Bresford Williams, head of the Kingston Central Police Division, said no request for any walk or protest has been received and as such, none has been given. Whether walk or march, we have not received any such application to do any such demonstration. We are not aware of it, Superintendent Williams reported. Following Patterson's arrest in last September's march, scores of disgruntled protesters marched towards Kingston Central Police Division headquarters, demanding that he be released. The UIC was registered as a political party on December 7, 2019. Please remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.